and dummy to the side, so you've got a bit of space. Yeah. All right. Now straight backs. Great. Right. Get started in standing this week. So all we're going to do 20 turns. Once you've done your 20 turns, 10 squats. Okay, all the way down, all the way up, 3 sets. Okay, so 20 turns, 10 squats, 3 sets. Yeah, let's go. Okay. Either stop it or try and connect to the internet, maybe. That's it. So 20 turns, 10 squats. Make sure when you're squatting, you're going all the way down, all the way up in good posture. That's it. That's it. Know what you said before, when we're turning, keep your feet planted. Okay, not on your toes. That's so 20 turns, 10 squats, 3 sets.
3 sets.
Okay. That's it. Yeah. Huh? Yeah, just switch it up. That's it. Don't worry about the technique so much, just warming up. So just focus on turning, planting the feet, try not to be leaning one side or the other. That's it. Good. Try and look up. Don't look at your feet. And then when you turn, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Focus on that when you're squatting as well. Down and up. Good. How many on, Dawn?
This is my 3rd set.
Last set. Everyone there last set? Good.
Hey, Dan.
Right, Dan, go to the back. Good. Okay, just whilst you're finishing off, we're going to do some work on our turns tonight. Okay, we're going to look at a few different turns to start off with. So this turn is our most traditional Taisabaki turn. Yeah. Okay, and usually that would happen if our partner's away. We're going to step in. We're going to throw from there. Okay. Now partner moving on, coming towards us. From this position, we're going to step back, and we're going to turn. Okay, so if you're right-handed, you'll be stepping back with your left foot. As you step back with your left, you finish your turn. Okay, then we go back the other way. Yeah, so from here we pull, and then we turn. I want you to think about when you're starting, start with that sleeve pull, then we rotate into it. Okay, so you stick to your same side, you have to alternate left and right. Stick to your strong side, step back, and turn. Step back, and turn. Okay, 30 times. Let's go. From there, and we turn. Good. From here, as we step. All right, just stop there, just a sec. What we talked about before in class, think about how you can see where your feet are. So if I'm just stepping here, you don't really know what's going on. Use a line. When I step back, I'm trying to be on the same side, okay, of this line. So here, I step, I turn, okay? Now I'm either side. So I finish. If I've got an equal line in between, when I step, it's the same, but I've turned around, okay? Let's try again. So here, step, pull. Use that line as your reference. Step back. Turn.
You can go both ways.
You can if you want. All right, good. That's better. Just stop a sec. That's much better. But what you've got to remember is if somebody's coming toward you, okay, they're coming on, you want to play them in this direction. If you turn too tight, they'll be too close to you too quickly. They'll be on top. So when I step back, I want to give myself space and movement to actually turn my body. Right here, I'm stepping, my chest is nice and big, and then I'm there. Otherwise, you'll get clamped down too quickly. If I'm trying to turn like this, not only is it difficult without a partner, but if somebody's trying to come towards me from here, it's too tight. So I must step. Okay, I must have that space and move into. Yeah, let's go again. Good, and bend those knees. Good. Step. Oh, good. That's better. Good, good, good. All right, last little bit of this. That's good. So you hear you're stepping nicely now. Really make sure you use your trailing foot to push off, okay? Because that's what's going to generate our power for our throw. This is giving us space to actually turn, okay? But then from here, this is the thing that's actually going to produce my power to get them moving. So once I've stepped here, I must push on that. Okay, so here, step, and then turn. All right? Doesn't matter what throw you're doing, what turning throw, it makes no difference. Yeah. That's better. Try and relax a little bit. Some of you look like robots. I've got a load of androids in my garden. That's it. Good. Good effort, Tristan. Okay, good, Mate. Right. So there are two basic turns, yeah? Where we turn like this, and we step back and turn. Okay? This time, we're going to think about going against somebody who's quite defensive. Somebody who's trying to keep the distance, maybe bending over. If we turn in against somebody like that, okay, in this position, we're going to have too much distance between us and them to actually create any lift or power. Okay, so what stance can we do? What have we done before? Maybe remember? Yeah, split stance. Yeah. So your turn is essentially the same as this one, okay? But what we're going to do is we're going to step. So from here, we're going to step 1, 2, send this leg back, okay? Because remember, if your partner's bending over, you need to make sure you fit into that space, but also you're nice and strong. So when I'm here, I step 1, 2, this leg comes back, here. 3 steps. Okay, we've got to build strength, we've got to build confidence. If you guys try and fly into it, you'll be off balance. Okay, so just take your 3 steps, 1, 2, and then in position. Okay, let's go. Just keep turning until I say otherwise. That's it. Then your lead leg back, your strongest leg back. So if you're right-handed, it's your right leg that goes back. If you're left-handed, your left leg goes back. So keep that control. Squeeze your shoulder blades together, look up. Good, keep that posture. That's better, John T. Good. Back. In position.
Long legs.
Oh yeah. Okay, good. Just a sec. Once you've done your turn, what I want you to make sure is once you're in this position, you've done your turn, you're here, you actually feel stable and strong, not like you're gonna tip over and fall. So once you've done your turn, just turn 1, 2, send the leg back, and make sure you feel like you can do a little lunge. You're not just gonna fall over. Okay. This is actually easier with a partner because they'll obviously help you keep yourself up. Okay. Let's go. Turn. So keep that control. Back. Right.
Yeah.
All right, good. Just stop. Some of you, you're doing a good turn, you're putting your leg back, but then your legs are almost in a straight line, which is going to be impossible to balance for yourself, let alone try and throw somebody. So you still need to have a fairly stable base. So your legs are still pretty much shoulder width as it comes back. So if you've done your turn and you're doing this, you're going to fall. Okay, so once you turn, straight back. Okay, keep that strength. A couple more. Let's go. Turn, keep that strength. 2 back. There, keep a nice strong posture at the end, Miros. That's it, that's better. Good. Sit in. It, nice circle. That's a little bit too far right now. Yeah, you're a little bit too far. Good. All right, now so we've got our 2 step turns, we've got our split leg turn, and we would use that against a defensive partner. Somebody's keeping their distance, maybe they're trying to bend to keep that space. Okay. This next one is a pivot step. Okay. So essentially what we're going to do is we're going to step with the wrong foot. Okay. Once we've stepped with the wrong foot, we come in front and we finish. Okay, so we're pivoting through here 1, then we'll go 2. Okay. We might use this against somebody. Say we like doing Ippon Sinagi. Okay, we might post with our wrong hand onto the lapel. And we might be here. We might fake as if we're going to turn on our weaker side. As we do, we then spin through. Okay, so it's a pivot step. So you step your wrong leg first, 1, then you spin, and look, make sure you've got control, your knees are over your toes. Okay, let's have a go. Pivot step, then 3. Yeah. And then through, you step in front, that's it. One, two. 1, 2. And when you finish this pivot step, what it should feel like is you feel like you're almost going to fall forwards. Okay, if you feel like you're going to fall back, you're going to get counted backwards. Okay, so once you've taken this first step, you've got to think about this pull as you turn. Okay, chest forwards, leaning forwards. Yeah, so do that with your hands as well. So from here, have that as your start. So 1, then from your hip as you turn. Okay, let's go. Good. So bench knees, John T. Good effort, Tristan. Good. Okay, just a sec. At the end of the turn, should my motion be down or up? At the end of the turn, once you've finished your turn. So you've stepped 1, 2. Should the next movement be up or down? I guess you got 50-50. Yeah. Okay. So if you're finishing your turn 1, 2, and your legs are straight and you have to bend, okay, it's not right. It can't be right because our turning techniques, lifting techniques, which means our power must go up. There's no good being here, especially when we've made such a big movement. Okay, so your legs have to be bent, ready to be straightened. Yeah, not down, not 1, 2, down like this. Okay, so from here we step 1, 2, then we're up and forwards. Yeah, let's go. Step and turn. Chest out. 1, 2. Yeah, good effort. That's better, Tristan. Good, John T. That's it. Now, try not to be on your toes too much. You still need that balance of your foot. Your weight can be forwards, but you don't want to be on your toes. You're just not got as much balance. 1, 2. 2. Good. All right, Matt, I'm just going to make one more point on this. One more point before we move on. What we've got to be careful of is when we turn, we're not swinging our leg out. Because if we are, we're just going to roundhouse kick them. Okay? So we've got to be really direct. We've got to be through. Okay? Because somebody's legs are going to be there. Yeah? So when I step here, I'm not coming around like this. I'm pivoting and turning. Yeah? A couple more goes. Let's go.
But I don't want to be on my toes, but I want the weight going in that
You
direction.
want your knees
Yeah.
over your toes. Yeah, and that's the key difference. Knees over your toes, but you still need that balance. Because if you're up on your toes and they push you back, you're gonna fall. But if they push you back, you've got resistance. That's better. Right?
Yeah, I know. That's what I thought.
And then boom. Yeah.
We could even do a bit of
Okay. All right, Mate, next step. Okay. Now this turn is like our traditional turn, but it's the same premise of, again, somebody that's maybe been a bit defensive. They're bending over. We can't quite get in deep enough. Okay. So instead of sending this leg deep, which we've done before, which would be mostly like our shoulder throws and stuff like that, what we're going to do is we're going to send this leg deep. Now, this means we have to do techniques like Uchima Haragoshi, because as soon as I turn, I'm going to be off balance. Okay? So from here, the step. Traditional step, first one. Second one comes deep. In. Then from here, it's about hip rotation. It would be a lifting technique with your leg. Okay? So one more from here. 1, 2, chest out. Okay, and look how much of the turn I've already done. Then I come through. What I want to see is you try and keep a straight line with that turn, not being too like this once you've finished. Okay, so if you're here like that, you've gone too far. Yeah, makes sense. All right, let's go. So deep second step. 1. Chest out, looking up. It's your right leg that should be lifting, Miros. Yeah. Your support leg, your balancing leg, is always your weaker leg. Your stronger leg, your lead leg, is your throwing leg. So that's it. Chest up all the way through. Here. 1, 2, 3. Chest up. 3. And same thing. Make sure your knee is over your toes. Your knee is over your toes. That's it. Good. Good effort. You're a little bit too high, Tristan. You need to be a bit lower. Okay. You need to sink the hips a bit more. When you're turning like this, you've got to think of getting your belt lower than their belt. Okay. When we're coming in, if you're too high, you won't get lift. Yeah. Your belt must be lower than their belt when we go. One, two, turn. That's it. That's it, good. Okay, good. Right. Now, remember with this, we need good hip flexibility to get our turn, but I'm not actually worried how high this leg goes, because this leg is for show generally. All the work should be done by the time it gets to there. Okay, you should be in the right position. You should be lifting on your support leg. So the higher it goes, okay, the more it's for show. Okay, because the higher you go, the more likely or the easier it is to be countered. Okay, because you got to think if somebody stood here and you lift your leg up, they're going to be driving you over the wrong shoulder. Okay, so once I'm in here, 1, 2, I want to keep to this position. Focus on this leg. Once that's in, that's what I'm looking for. That control. This, okay, it's all right, but that's just to get the photographs. Okay. All right, let's carry on.
Would you go as far as saying it's a waste of your energy, or
No, sometimes.
at this level?
Yeah, at this level, definitely. But there's sometimes against a strong opponent, you might feel like you need to explode into that. And as you explode into that, if you catch it clean, your leg will go up.
Right.
But if you hit that resistance, it won't. Okay. That's it. Yeah. Yeah.
That's got to be bent. That support leg.
Yeah, that must be bent. That support leg.
Right.
So once you come in here, your chest is over your knee, over your toes, and everything's going forwards. That's it. Good effort, John. So try and get more turn though before. That's better. Yeah, good. Just offset. Some of you, when you're turning, you're doing a good first step. You're still like side on, at this point. If you've still got to lift the person in the air at this point, you're going to find it really difficult to get that rotation in your shoulders. You want to have your rotation pretty much done so you can focus on that last bit. Okay, you don't want to do that rotation to as you move up the levels, as you get to much higher levels, there are ways of doing it. But for us, we want to get that hard work of that rotation done early. There, set ourselves and then back. Okay, couple more. That's better. Yeah. Try and keep that balance with Tristan. 1, 2, and then good effort. Good. That's it. Keep that posture as you turn. 1, 2. Good. All right. Stop the mate, guys. Just a quick drink if you want one. Just a quick drink. Okay. So we've done two traditional turns. Okay. So your normal ties back there and stepping on. Yeah, we've done a split leg, 1, 2, 3. We've done our pivot step, 1, 2, and then we've just done our deep support leg step. Yeah. Okay, this time slightly different. We're going to go against opposite side up. So for this, we have to set up in stance. So I'm in my right stance. I would be against somebody in left stance. Yeah. Now we can do a traditional step like this, but there's a lot of danger by just stepping across. Because there's a big movement. If we do that, then there's a chance we're going to get foot sweeps. So there's a couple of different turns we can do. Okay. The first one would be loading the leg. We'd get a reaction. We'd take a top step, and then we'd come all the way across. Okay. So it's not a full turn. It's like a half turn. We don't need to do a full turn because they're already open their hips. Okay. So the first one from here, we've got the grip. We'd be thinking about creating a reaction. We'd step. And then we'd come across. Okay, does that make sense? So we're against the opposite side now. All right, so let's go. So here, 1, and then across. Yeah? Got it? So here, step.
So
it's a lot simpler.
I'm trying to decipher it from right to left.
So I'll do it left here. I'll do it left. So I'd be here.
Yeah.
I'd be creating my reaction. I'd plant, I'd step, and I'd come
So
across.
you're coming here. And you going...
It's like a tiny step, like a real baby little step. Then I come in.
Yeah.
So I meet my feet.
Yeah.
And then step across.
So do you end up fully across?
No, it's like. Okay.
Oh, it's like side on, kind of.
Right, just stop there, guys. Let me use. Let me just grab a cone or something. Grab something. There we go. Right. Let's say this is my partner in left stance, yeah, and this is me. So I've made my V on the floor with my partner, yeah. So I'd be getting my reaction on the near leg. Then when I'm ready, I'll do a tiny little step. I'll come, bring my feet together, and then I'll step across. Okay, that's what I don't want to do is this. To do this, this foot is coming to sweep me. Okay, that's what I don't want. So from here, I'm in this position, create my reaction, step in, and coming over. So it's not even a full turn, it's like half a turn. Okay, and then you can add your chops, your 1, 2, and everything from there. But that's all I want. From here, reaction, step, turn. Yeah? All right, let's go.
Yeah.
I want to end up
Will it help you if you add some cones on the mat? Does anybody want cones?
Yeah.
Is it? So I'm almost mirroring
Yeah.
what you're doing.
Yeah.
Okay. Up here. step across. And have your hands up. Think about it. One, as we come through. Here, one, as we come through. So start in stance, Lucas. Make sure you're in stance, bud. So here, reaction. Yeah. Good. And we're just bringing that support in. Bring that support in before we step across. Okay, close that gap. Now, when we're doing this, just for a sec, guys. If we start with our hands up, I want you to push your chest out and squeeze your shoulder blades together. Because what normally happens with this is the attacker compromises on their posture. So they'll go 1, 2, and lean. Okay, so it won't break the balance. But that's why we need to make sure that we're here, we're getting our reaction. And when we go, we squeeze everything together, 1, 2, and I step across as strong as I can. Okay, you still need a nice even base. If you're stronger and quicker than your opponent, you can, and mostly lightweights as well, will get away with a Sirtoshi stretching across, but we don't want to do that. We're going to be here, get a reaction, step 1, 2, squeeze those shoulder blades. Yeah, let's go. That's it, that's better. Good, but see how at the entrance, if you're trying to finish with a turn, you've got to keep your body strong. It's got to be in that position by the end, okay? As I said, just like before, you don't want to be doing that turn here. That's when you'll get punched, okay? Cross, that's it. Good, that's better.
I get caught by her all the time, and I'm constantly trying to do
that heavy stomp. If you do that, you're always getting thrown. You always compromise on your posture and your strength. Okay, stop there. Let's move on. Harder. Okay. So we know the danger of stepping here, and when we step like this, sometimes we get crunched. So this time, instead, I'm going to step with my back leg. Okay, I'm going to step with my back leg, and I'm going to come up and through. Okay, it's like a little skip. So I'm from here, I step 1, and at this point, I'm pulling, chest open, my back leg comes round, and into this position. Okay.
Do you stance when you start?
Yeah. So opposite sider. Okay.
Yeah.
1, and when I step, my feet is facing the direction of where their feet would be. Okay, because this is now straight for me. So I'm here, I step 1, 2, as I come in. Yeah. As I adjust. 1, 2.
Right. So 1.
Do you want me to do it on the opposite side for you though? Let me set this up. Okay, so from here, you're in this position, step 1. As we come through, you can now balance.
One more time.
Yeah. So here I step 1, 1, 2. My left is definitely not as good as my right.
That's really good there.
Okay, when we're just there, guys. So when you're going good with your first step, and then you're keeping your head and everything to the side. So you're going to be off balance. There's no way you'll be able to throw anybody. Once I'm here, what your focus to be is getting your knee through. That's the most important bit. So once I'm here, so I've stepped 1, is about this knee coming forwards. That's what I want, okay? Through that gap. Because that's how I start to generate power. Yeah, trying to get my hips free. If I go 1, 2, lean in, and I'm falling. Okay, so from here I step 1, and now I'm in position. Yeah, I'll do it on the other side.
I need to face the same way as you so I can do it all like I'm doing.
So from here, we step. Yeah, this is left.
Right, okay. Right, okay. Right.
Left-handed, yeah?
Yeah.
Got
Okay.
it? Back leg in.
Back legs in.
Yeah, see how you're stepping here? You're going to tip
Yeah.
yourself up. In front.
Here.
Yeah, in
Okay.
front.
Yeah.
Turn it towards Lucas.
Now, remember, you're going to be throwing towards jihad over there, yeah? You need
Yeah.
to start turning already.
Come on, look at that foot. Get it straight.
So it's this knee that comes forward, isn't it?
Knee comes through. And remember, you're going towards jihad.
God.
That's why if you turn your foot so it's more towards Lucas. Because right now you're like this.
Right,
You need to be more over. Isn't that right?
Yeah, you got to open up.
Don't love when you try to get Dawn to understand something. And then,
Shush, shush,
and
shush.
then up.
Yeah, see, you done a good turn, but what you did is you went from here and you focused on getting this leg back rather than this knee forwards. Because remember, we need to turn our hips, and our turn comes from our knee coming forwards.
Yeah.
That is just finishing,
Okay.
guiding. Okay?
Okay.
Knee forwards is the key. So step 1,
One.
and
And
then
then bring that knee round.
This knee,
Yeah.
isn't it? Yeah.
yeah,
I
can't
think
be the other one. It's on the floor.
Right.
Knee.
Knee.
Round, round.
Beck, you
jihad.
don't
Round.
worry, you focus on you, Beck. You focus on you doing it. That's it, knee 3.
You'll be here forever. If you
Good,
focus
try and
on
keep
me.
good posture, Dan. Don't bend over. Let's go.
Knee forwards. Knee forwards.
Yeah.
Must be one that I never get. You know?
You know, this isn't an easy step. That's why it's near the end. You could, Lucas, you could go 1, 2, and down, but the focus is still knee forwards, not leg back.
I just feel if I tried to do this in the competition, I'd probably just trip myself up.
Well, that's why we're doing it now. And that's the key, guys. Right, just a sec. With this, the knee's the focus, because we talked about direction and throwing, especially with techniques that require us to lift our leg. The throw doesn't happen from this leg moving backwards. It comes from you driving your chest and body forwards. Yeah. So we've said before, when we turn in, if we turn in and we lift our leg back, that's where power goes backwards. Yeah. So I've got to remember that when I'm doing this turn. If I go 1, 2, my weight's going to be going this way. I need power coming forwards to throw. Yeah. So from here, when I take a step, 1, there, you're not going to fly forwards because you've got somebody holding on to you. Yeah. But you need to get that 1, and then you can finish. Yeah. Let's try again. Step, step, step. And then knee 3. Yeah. And then just guide your leg back at the end. Knee 3. That's better. Chest up, yeah.
I just don't know what I'm doing. But
No
sorry.
one.
My brain's just not having it today.
It is hard when you've not got a partner in front of you. Visualize it, especially you've not done loads and loads of judo. Like,
Yeah.
you know, so just relax, get your body through it.
Is it this knee that's going around there?
Yeah.
Right.
So Miros, with yours, mate, when you're stepping really close to here. If it's that close, you're never going to be able to get your legs around without lifting yourself up. So I'm stepping sideways. Yeah, sideways. So I've got that space to drive my knee. Yeah? Yeah? And that way you shouldn't trip yourself
And then
over.
it's this
Come through.
sort of ish.
That's it. Knee forwards, knee
And
forwards.
then you can-
It's probably really simple. Just
Yep. Mhm.
it's an improvement. I'm happy with that.
Good effort. All right, Mate. So we've done normal turn. Okay, same side. We've done our step back turn. We've done our split leg where we come back. We've also done our pivot step where we go 1, 2. We've done our deep support leg from this position where we come up, and then we've looked at against opposite sides where we're here. We step across and where we bring our leg through. Okay. Now all of these turns can be slightly manipulated, slightly changed, adapted, depending on what techniques we're doing. Whether the partner's taller, shorter. So although there's 6 turns, there's most probably another couple that we could have gone over. Actually, those 6 turns would be the opening for hundreds. You know, if you learn 5 techniques and do those each turn with those 5 techniques, you would have a lot of techniques there. Okay, I'm not going to do them. It's about 30 different, you know, entries. Not only that, they'd actually be randori specific, competition specific, because you would start working against your opponent. So, as I always say, learning your judo techniques is the easiest part. Learning how to do tai otoshi is easy. Learning how to do haragoshi or whatever, that's the easy part of judo. It's about starting to entwine how it works together with everything else. Okay, so I want you practicing those turns. All right, practicing those turns at home. It's all recorded. You can see it. You can go back. You can look at it. No problem. If you have questions with it, like say with the groundwork stuff you've asked me before to go over it, just send me a message. I can bring it over to you. But get used to those turns, and then start adding a couple of techniques and a couple of different techniques. Yeah. So you could be doing your traditional turn with Seoi. You could be doing it with Tai Otoshi. Same, stepping back here with your Seoi, stepping back with your Tai Otoshi. Yeah. And then start working out which techniques don't work with the turns, because there will be a couple of turns that you won't be able to do the technique you want to do with it. Okay, does that make sense? Yeah. And if you find them, write them down, bring them back to me. Yeah. Any questions? No? Oh, good effort. Cleaning up. Lots to do this week. Tristan, good to have you back. All right. Although I think you could take me now, size of you. All right. Did you say probably? Right, straight backs. Great.
Thanks.
Good work, guys. Well done. Good effort on those turns. Stop this. Oi.